I'm going to start off my book tour today with doing teen books that are in a series. That will be the first part of the video. So I'll start off with Halo. And I can't pronounce the author's name, so I'm not even really going to try that. I'll just pronounce the ones that I can say. Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake. Eve by Anna Carey. Once, the sequel to Eve, also by Anna Carey. Forgive My Fins by Tara Lynn Childs. Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. And 2 copies of Clockwork Prince, one which is a Barnes & Noble exclusive, and the other one which is a Walmart exclusive edition. And the new Clockwork Princess, which I haven't read yet, but I will get around to it eventually. City of Ashes. I have City of Bones, which is upstairs. City of Glass. City of Fallen Angels. City of Lost Souls, the Barnes & Noble exclusive bonus content edition. Shadowhunters and Downworlders, Immortal Instruments Reader. The Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins, Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. The Reached trilogy by Ali Condi, Matched, Crossed, and Reached. And then moving on to the next shelf is the Nightshade series. Nightshade, Wolfsbane, and Blood Rose by Andrea Kramer. And then the next series in the Nightshade novel series, Rift and Rise, which I haven't read those. I haven't even read Wolfsbane or Blood Rose, but I've heard many good things by many people that it's a good series. Something Strange and Deadly by Suzanne Dennard. Tempest Rising. Wither, Fever, and Sever by Lauren DiStefano, which I did recently finish the last one, and I thought it was a good ending to the series. I guess I was wishing for something a little more, but you really pretty much can just take what you can get. The Maze Runner trilogy by James Dashner. The Scourge Trials, The Death Cure, and then the prequel, The Kill Order, which was a very satisfying prequel, and it answered a lot of my questions. Let's see. On to the Hush Hush series by Becca Fitzpatrick. Hush Hush Crescendo, Silence, Finale, and then the Beautiful Creatures series, Beautiful Creatures, Beautiful Darkness, Beautiful Chaos, Beautiful Redemption, Gone by Michael Grant, the first in the series. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard good things and not so good things, so I'm a little iffy about starting it, but I'm going to read it eventually. Unearthly by Cynthia Hand, Hallowed, Boundless. One of my favorite series here, next to the Mortal Instruments series, is the Tiger's Curse series, and I have the box set. Tiger's Curse, Tiger's Quest, Tiger's Voyage, and Tiger's Destiny. That is by Colleen Hulk. Dearly Departed by Leah Habel. And Dearly Beloved. It's a zombie romance book series, which I thought was cute. The Iron Fae series, Iron King, is currently not available. It's being borrowed and read by somebody, so I hope they like it. see, Iron Daughter, Iron Queen, Iron Knight, and Iron Legends. The books did take a little bit to get through because the pacing was slow, but I managed to get through them and I enjoyed them thoroughly. Iron Legends, as you can see by the bookmark, I'm still working through it. Then the next book in the next series, The Lost Prince, also by Julie Kagawa, hopefully I pronounced her name right. Immortal Rules, which I haven't read, which is about vampires, which has a very intriguing plot to it. Mystic City by Theo Lawrence. I've also heard that a lot of people liked that book, or have read it and they liked it. I Am Number 4 by Pittacus Lore. I've seen some of the movie and I liked it, and I haven't read the book yet, but that's why I got that. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, M-A-A-S. The Vampire Academy series, I have heard so many good things by so many people about this book series. I've only gotten through the first book, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to eventually make a jump on the rest of the series, because then I jumped and got the next in the series, the Bloodlines series. So what I have of the Vampire Academy series is Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadow Kiss, Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, Last Chance, and then in the Bloodlines, I have the Bloodlines, the Golden Lily, the Indigo Spell, and that's it so far. Let Me Fall by Shannon Messenger, which is an interesting book about a boy and a girl. That's what I'm getting from the cover. Cinder, which is an interesting sci-fi take on a retelling of the Cinderella story with cyborgs. And the Continued Adventures of Cinder in Scarlet is a retelling of Red Riding Hood, I'm sorry. Twilight, the Twilight series, which I got into. This actually is the series that got me into paranormal romance, dystopian, and it just goes on from there. That would have been back in early 2009. So I have all of those books. I even have the official illustrated guide. I have Timeless, which is a really great historical romance and deals with time travel. I really liked this book. I got it from the library and I liked it so much I just went out and bought it. And sometimes that's what I do. I will go and get a book from the library and love it so much that I will go and buy it before I even finish it. The sequel, Timekeeper, came out right around Christmas time. I thought it was okay. And I'm starting to think that there might be a small curse with second books that are never really as good as the first one, which is true in some cases not. Now with Delirium, sorry about that. Delirium I really enjoyed. Pandemonium I thought was alright, and the ending was just wow. I loved the ending. I was happy. I mean, that was the best part of the book, was the ending, just because of what happened in it. Requiem, I thought it was good. The ending did seem rushed, and it just would have been cool to see what happened to the characters, like an epilogue or something like that, but we can't always get that in books, so. This Dark Endeavor, sounds like, talking about Frankenstein's master as a child. That's an interesting take on that I haven't read. Defiance, I also haven't read, but I've heard sounds interesting by many people. Oh, there's a castle there. Cool. The Across the Universe series. Across the Universe, A Million Suns, and Shades of Earth. I am not happy with this cover. I've heard many people aren't. It really stinks because it was the last book in the series, and I honestly really wish they would have just finished off this book like the other covers, honestly. I mean, it's okay, but it's not great, and it's the last book. I mean, they could have, I don't know, I'm just rambling. Anyway, moving on. Falling Kingdoms, I've heard about that. Like a mystical type of dystopian-ish type fairy book or something. Black City, which is also another really good book. I loved it, and I can tell you more about it some other time. That's by Elizabeth Richards. Her second book, Phoenix, is coming out in June. And I'm going to end this right here, and then I'll see you again in part 2.